Okay, so I'm swapping out an engine in my 2010 Fusion, and I got this engine from a recycler, and I'm putting parts on it. It's all going well, but the one thing I have a big question mark on is the fuel injection. The fuel injectors, I can take them apart, look okay, but I really can't test them until I get it in the car, and I really don't want to have an injector problem, no pun intended, but find out that has an issue when I'm trying to troubleshoot the things I did to it. Also, I'd really like to know this, if these things work, because there seemed to be some instance where this may have had a fuel problem previously in the documentation, and I just want to make sure they work and then they're clean too, so then I don't have an issue. So I started looking around online and found out these injectors actually work on various voltages from 8 to 14, depending on, or 8 to 13 and a half or whatever, depending on the fuel pressure. So sometimes they'll vary the voltage. So, I'm thinking maybe a 9-volt battery should work. And then also, when I got this engine, they just pulled the wires out, but on this last one, they cut it. So I actually had a plug with wires, right? Like that. So I thought maybe I can build a tool here to do it. So I took the injectors off my old engine, because if I screw them up, then it's no worry. And kind of built a tool here to help me with my injector testing. So just to explain it here, here's that plug I showed you that I took off the motor and just put it to some leads and made that removable so I can pack all this up if I want to. Threw it in a box, 9-volt battery and an old push button switch that was left over from a set of lights I got for a trailer, and this was like a demo where you hit it in the store and you could see that they light up. So I pull all that apart, put it together, and basically have a way to test an injector. So I'm going to take an old injector here, plug it in, and if I hit this button here, over here, you should hear it clicking, which means telling me that it's actuating. Right? So now all I got to do to test this or to clean it is to find a way to put cleaner through it. And found some old tubing that was left over from a nasal cannula, a bunch of packages a friend of mine dropped off, said, here's some tubing you can have. And just put some electrical tape, I clamped it to the straw from a carburetor cleaner can, which is $1.99 at Walmart. And now I have a little cleaning system that I should be able to plug in here. Just plug it in there and then pressurize it a little bit. And then, let me get a rag here so I'm not blowing stuff all over. Just a way to clean my injector. So all I have to do is pressurize this a little bit. I'll hit the can and then I'll hit the button. And you can see it's working pretty good. It's interesting, the first injector I ran this through, it was just the back pressure releasing. The first ones I ran it through, I just got a stream of fuel until I got the carburetor through it, and then the spray pattern changed, which was pretty awesome. So it's telling me that was my old car, my injectors need cleaning. So now I'll be able to use this system on the new one without having to, break it apart or buy new things, buy new injectors and stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd share that. That was a pretty easy fix. And, they recommend you clean your injectors every 20 to 30K. It'll be easy to pull them off now. You can actually get to these at the top of the engine. And like the old injectors back in the day that went right into the combustion chamber, the new ones go right in the intake. So it's much easier to get to. There's not, any torquing or anything. They just actually 2 bolts and the whole rail comes out. So it should be easy to continue every 20 or 30,000 to run injector cleaner through it and keep them operating the way they should. So anyway, thought I'd share that. Thanks. Talk to you later. I hope you're doing good, bud.